Hey, welcome to CDC and Binder Films. Today I'm going to be showing you how to record all your videos and edit them straight on your iPhone device. Now let's go into the editing app that you need to get for your videos. It is called Video Shop, and that's where we'll be editing the videos, and that's where I'll be talking about the rest of the things in this video. So let's go there now. Before we even start editing, we need the actual footage that we want to be editing. So as you can see, I'm just setting up my $5 tripod. It just clips to a hard surface. The only downside to this is that it really does shake and it's not as stable as I would wish it to be. But once you got it in the right position, it is really good. And I'm just setting up for my intro right now, just trying to figure out the camera view and stuff. And yeah, you're probably gonna need this if you're gonna do videos sort of like ours. This clip was a little bit of my intro that I did not keep, and this was my trial before the one that you just saw, before that one. And this trial is just basically the thing that I do before, just trying to get my words correct, because I'm not really that good with speaking. Even though I like doing YouTube, I'm not really good with speaking. But as you can see, I made a couple mistakes, so I turned off my camera and stuff. So
Okay,
yeah.
so to download this app, you're just gonna need to go to your Apple Store. I'm not sure if this app is on Android, but we go to the Apple Store and search Video Shop, and this app right here should come up. And oh, it looks like I need to update it, so I'll do that now. Just very quick update, just the snippets, which are just little small videos you can include in your video. But let's open that. And there's one of our projects that I was working on a couple days ago. And now we are going to import our clip, which is somewhere. Oh, I need to turn it on the videos. Or all, this shows all in your camera roll. This shows all your videos, and this shows your photos. So you can even edit photos if you want, but we want to go to videos and select this Rubik's Cube video as our new video to edit. And this might take a while to import it, but we are going to import the video now. So now that we got our video completely pasted into the app, which you should know how to record and how to get stuff to record, because future me is going to explain all that before you see this. So now that we got this, if you notice your video sideways, because that sometimes happens with all videos, just press the resize button in the bottom left corner above your first video, and just press resize and click the YouTube size, and then you can just put your fingers on the screen and make sure it's big enough, and then press this rotate button and then resize it to that perfect screen size, which an iPhone size recording is exactly the size of YouTube, so this works out really good. Now that we got that, we need to crop it and trim it at the beginning. So we're going to press this trim button, and let's split it where I'm doing nothing in here. So I'm splitting that right there, which everything in here, if your video's long, it will take forever. Just know that you need about an hour to 2 hours of just editing for your videos to come out sort of like ours, to where it's good cuts and good trims and it flows easily. For our videos, also, we are working on getting a mic that is better than the one I'm using now. So just I'll put the thing that future me it told you, I'll put that in the description, and I'll put the mic that we're trying to get in the description too. So just check down there for all of the editing and recording stuff for that, and then you should be good to go to start growing your YouTube channel like us. Now that we've randomly cut this to where it's a cut that nothing's happening at, we can trim this first video. Like, press this trim button, and that should cut out the stuff that we don't need.
Default method. And now I'm just
Like, as you can see, right here at the end, I am going to stop talking, and that's where I need to cut.
And now I'm just gonna mix it up real quick.
And that's where I should cut because nothing's happening anymore. And let's see if I need to cut at the beginning to where it starts smoothly. So we go to the beginning and
Okay, I'm gonna start.
watch the white bar. And that's where we need to cut. Right there.
Hey, welcome to
And that should be a
Today I'm
good
going to be showing
thing.
you a couple example solves on a 3x.
Before I continue with this, I do encourage you to subscribe. This is probably one of our most unique videos that we are doing. So I encourage you to subscribe for more unique content. We post every Friday, and we can't seem to use or see the comments anymore. So if you comment something, just know we can't get to it because we are unable to see them. So now that we continue with the video, we go to where we trimmed the first clip, and then the second clip is where it should start. And we should do it when we resume talking. So right here, we need to figure out where we resume talking and trim that part. There's also a bunch of cool like stickers, like subscribe, or if you want to block out something, there's cool stuff. Like transitions, we'll probably need transition here, but I'll get to that later. And then all these I don't ever use, so just know that you need to tinker around with this to find out the things that are useful and the things that aren't. So now that let's do this and listen to where we start talking.
Now with this scramble, we
So,
have these two.
So we're going to need to trim a little bit off the beginning. And I don't know about the end yet. Probably going to need to trim a little bit off that too. But,
and I hope to see.
Oh, wait, never mind. This is the end of the video. So this is the entire rest of the video.
And I hope to.
So we're going to need to make another split to where we end stuff. And we will stop talking about here. So let's just split it right here. So we have two separate videos that we can trim up and do whatever we want to them. And if you haven't seen this video, I would recommend go watching it. We're probably going to release this on Friday and then release this video that I'm making now for the following Friday. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but you'll see how it will be edited through this video. So now that we made this cut between the videos, we can trim this video down a little bit more so it will run smoothly. Like I said before, just trim it down and we'll look at the fine features in a little bit after we got the pure video that's going to be in. So
These two.
need to find where we start talking.
Now with this,
which is right here,
now with this scramble, we have
and at the end,
like that, and
right there. Maybe even a little closer like that. So as this is trimming, we will move on to the next thing, cut that video, and move on to the end. And I'll probably do this in a just straight time lapse because it's the exact same thing we've been doing, is just cutting a video
now with this,
where cutting a video where we recorded it to cut at, and and to start a video where we meant it to start. So I'm just gonna cut, and you guys will just watch me continue editing this in fast motion. So let's go. So after that 10-minute time lapse, we have all these different videos that are cut into each other, but there could be some parts where we need to cut out or add in some parts or add in some transitions, which we are going to add in the transitions now. So click on your second cut and go back a little bit to the first cut, and then we could choose a transition right here. These are the ones right, the pro, whenever it says pro, it's the ones that if you buy like a monthly subscription and get a monthly subscription, you get those. But I don't see how we need those since we already have quite a lot over here. Usually slides are best, slide left, up, and down. So I'm gonna do a slide left and see if that's a good one or if I need to change the duration that it slides right here. So
solved
we're
with
gonna
the
watch it.
advanced CFOP method. And now I'm just gonna mix it up real quick. Now with this scramble, we have these
Yeah,
two white.
that is pretty good. And now all we need to do is do that for the rest. So go to the next cut part,
Solve it. For this next,
and right there it's a little long. So I'm thinking of doing a crossfade, which basically it just fades in, kind of just what it says to be. So let's watch
do
this
like
now.
that, and that should solve it. For this next one,
Very small transition, but I do use it quite a bit in most of my videos, except I kind of use it sped up on some parts. So, oh, also, if you don't know how to speed it up, you just go here and just slide, and that's how long it will be. Like 5 seconds is
easy
way
if you
too
memorize
long,
the
but
algorithms. Just for this
do it
next
like
one,
that.
and that should
That's how it will
solve
be,
it.
which, I don't really like it much. 1 second's pretty good already.
Solve it. For this next,
Yeah. So now do the next one, which
solve the spot. Now I'm going to move on.
has a couple seconds at the beginning of that. So let's do another transition. And the flash and fade, fading black and fading white. The fade black would be good for an outro, to fade into a black outro. But I haven't used these at all. At all. Like, I mean, I haven't used them. But I usually use a spin for the outro, and I'll use the grow for this one, which it just kind of grows, as you'll see in a second.
Solve the spot. Now I'm going to move on to the.
Yeah, that's a good transition right there. So now we go into the next part where it needs a transition. Not speed, but transition here. We'll do shrink to contrast with what we did last
That should
time.
solve that case. Okay, so now that we have
There we go. And then the final transition, let's do this, and I will do swipe. I haven't used this in a while.
One more solve, and then we'll be done. Okay, so now I notice that.
Yeah, that's good. So now that we got all the transitions, I would recommend watching over all your video footage to see where you need to cut in and cut out. But before I even started recording this, I noticed at the very end, which I'm like, why did I do this? I was doing the outro. Wait, where is it? Where is
Like how to solve it better,
it? Okay, here it is.
memorize, you can
Just me doing my outro.
understand a little bit more. So that's kind of why I'm making this video. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you.
I didn't end the intro before I ended the video. So if this happens and you can't press the undo button that is right there, right beside the delete button, then you're going to need to make this into a picture, which isn't hard. You're just gonna need to make a really small trim. I mean, really small cut. I mean, split. Really small split at the end,
I hope to see you.
like that. Like super small split, and you're gonna take that.
We'll be done.
It'll
Okay, so now I know.
it'll still run smoothly.
But I
Like
hope
it
you
won't need a
enjoyed, and I
transition,
hope to see you.
but you're gonna need to make this longer, which this is gonna need to be. This is a hard thing to do. You're gonna need to make that a picture, so we're probably going to have to. Let me see. Give me a second, I'll be back with the solution. So how I did this cut is I just split that video right there. So it's just gonna be two videos. And then I took a screenshot right here. So it would be at the very end. And I recorded my voice continuing where I left off. Except I added a picture that, and when you add pictures, you can select the duration. So yeah, but here's what it sounds like. This is. I kind of want to redo it, but I'm not going to redo it now. But if this ever happens, I would recommend to redo that end part, that end outro. So this is what it sounds like with the picture and voice recording.
But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So I would just personally redo that outro, but I don't have enough time to do that. But yeah, at the end of my videos, we always add that outro with the outro music, and we recently stopped doing that because it's a little too hard. But let's just do the outro that I recently done, which is Looney Tunes outro, which I really do like. Which, if you just go to add new video, you can add new video, record it in the app, import it from your camera roll, or you can choose snippets, which they literally just added, as you saw from the beginning. But you can add all of these, and I need to find where it could be because there's a lot of them, and it's probably going to. I don't think it'll be in catchphrases, but transitions probably not. But here's like the 6 hours later.
6 hours later.
Yeah, you get all those with all this app, and I will look for it, and I'll return when I found it. Okay, so I found it. It's called This That's All, folks, and it's in the transition part. You can either have this one, or you can have this one, which I usually use. So once we found the transition and the ending that we want to use, I press use, and we're going to need to do some cropping to this. So go to the resize and select background, which it's the part in between. The white part it shows now, but I can select like green, yellow, but I would do the clear one, and there we go. So let's watch that outro, because we will need to edit a transition in between here, because that isn't a smooth transition, and we're going to need to crop the end so it's not like completely black. So let's listen. Yeah, that's where we're going to need to end it right there. So we're just going to need to cut to right there, and that should be good for that outro. And right here, the transition, we're going to need to add one since it's the outro. And I like spin, which
Next time, bye.
that's how it looks like. And now we're going to go through the video and find any part that we need to cut. And if we don't have any part, then our video should be done. So just give me a second, and I will look for parts where I need to cut and come back when I need to cut stuff. Watching through, I saw this part, which you might end up with this. So if you do happen to end up with this, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing for editing. So just watch this clip and see what I do.
Now with this scramble, we have these two white pieces well, since we're doing, never mind, let me just restart.
So right there, I was saying that I needed to restart. So right there, I need to cut out all those, or else the viewer will be like, what? So I would personally use the trim. You can use the cut if you want. Basically, if you want to get out a little snippet of the video,
And
it cuts
let's
out
just do
that
it for
black
the
part right there, but trim's best for instances like this.
This is
I found where I need to cut, so I need to cut there.
since we are starting
Yep.
by
Yes. There we go. And as it's saving, I need to show you,
so I'm gonna do 3 solves.
I added that little text, which isn't hard. You just go to the text, which is the fourth thing right there. And I'm pretty sure if you want them all, go to settings, because I did not explain that at the beginning. You need to go to settings to turn them all on, and like those are just random stuff, but mainly turn the toolbars all on so you can have all the features.
Beginner method and 3 solved with the advanced CFOP method.
So now that we got that transition stays
Real
there.
quick, since we are starting by using the beginner method,
So that's good. I want to see if our thing at the end changed our voiceover. No, it didn't. So that should be fine. And I think that video is pretty much done.
it should be.
I'm just gonna watch through it.
That piece is awesome. I can move that where it should be.
So I'm just gonna watch through it. Probably time lapse this, so I'll be out for a little bit. So
bring
bye.
it over to.
Okay, so I went through the entire video, and I couldn't find anything else. So when you feel like your video is perfect, you can't get it better, press this button in the top right beside the Pro button, and you'll get all of these. I don't like going straight to YouTube. I don't know what that will be like, but I usually don't do any of the video settings because, yeah. And I go to the very bottom to see the save to camera roll, and I click that. and it'll save straight to my camera roll. And then you can upload straight to the YouTube app after this. So I will stop the video now, and when I resume, I will be in the YouTube app showing you how to post this video.
Higher quality video.
So now that you got into your account that you want to post into, just click your icon in the top right and go to your channel. And you should have all the videos you've already posted, or if you haven't posted any, then there shouldn't be any there. But then you're supposed to hit the camera at the top. Now that we got to the camera, let's click the saved video that we just saved in our app. It took forever, but we got there.
Hey, welcome to CDC and Biofilm.
Yep, this is the right video, so I click next. And now we are going to create a title, which I'm just going to voice chat because it's easier. Rubik's Cube example solves. And as you can see, that last one didn't spell correctly. So that would be our title. And then we need to add a description, which this is just where you're just going to say what the video is about.
In this video, you'll be watching a couple of example solves for both the beginner method and the advanced CFOP method, period. I hope you subscribe and like for more content like this.
That's basically just the general idea, but you're going to need to spell correct like those, like CFOP spelled correct to CFOB. So some of these you're just going to have to write out yourself. Example solves. Yep, that looks good. And now here's the part. You can add it to one of your saved playlists, which you probably don't have any, but I don't usually add them to any playlists. But today's Tuesday, so it's not our posting day. So I'm gonna schedule, and I'm gonna schedule it for this Friday, October 16th. And I'm going to select a time. I usually post it super early. 6:31 a.m. is when I usually post. And if I don't post at that time, just know that I am struggling. Because sometimes I can't get these videos out in time. But once you got those 3 on the top, you don't have to add location. I don't know why that sugar stock is there, but you don't have to add location. I want to add location. But then you're going to click next. And click no, it's not made for kids. This allows you to actually have a comment section, which for some reason I can't see, but I know that it's still there because it works on someone else's device. So I'm like, why doesn't it work on mine? But just know that we can't see comments. So try not to post as many comments. Like, still post comments, but try not to direct them to us because we can't do comments. So now you're going to click upload and just stay on this screen as it uploads. And once it's done uploading, we should be good. And as you can see, we got a Halloween special coming out soon. This should be uploaded on Halloween day in the very early morning. So stay tuned for that. We made it and we just posted it. We just scheduled it. So be prepared for that. And here's all of our other videos. But thanks for watching. I do hope you subscribe and like the video. And we'll see you next time. Bye.